Oh man. Yeah, welcome to the gardens and shit. Um we have a bunch of plants outside this year. Most of them right now mother plants. The rest of them volunteer seedlings. A bunch of seedlings have sprouted on their own in this raised garden bed behind me. I posted about it the other day. Um, I have pictures of this bed in 2018, and even then it was old. I think it's something we've had since at least 2015 or so. Um, yeah, 8 years sounds about right. Um, this grow bed is filled with soilless medium, the ProMix HP, combination of shredded sphagnum peat moss, dolomitic calcitic limestone, perlite, wood fibers, and the mycorrhizae fungi. Um, I've mixed that, the repurposed soilless medium from past grows, um, with compost I make in my own yard. Um, it's considered a no-till bed because we never turn the soil. We don't take big chunks and flip it and stuff. Um, when a plant is finished in this bed, it'll be chopped at the top of the soil, and the root mass feeds the soil biome. Um, there's the soil food web active within this soil. All sorts of things. The decomp is feeding the bacteria and fungi, and those are being preyed upon by ciliates, flagellates, microarthropods. Those are being eaten up by the nematodes, and then there's bigger grubs and worms and so on and so forth. Um, and as I said, like this is something that's been around for at least 8 years. Um, all of these plants are seeds that sprouted on their own. Uh, at a certain season, and just they've gone and blown up. The biggest one is the freak of the garden. It actually sprouted in like late fall of last year, 2022, and with some human interference, it was able to survive the entirety of winter into spring, and it didn't flower. It actually kept giving off vegetative growth, and my friend covered it several times to protect it from the rain and the snow, and it stayed alive. Um, the depth of this large 300-gallon bed, it's a couple feet from the top of the fabric to the base, so it's like, there's a good like 3 or 4 inches from the top, so 1.5 foot depth of root base. It goes deep, and that is one thing that protects it from the cooler weather, the cold air, the chill, the frost. It drops from above, and the topsoil and stuff helps with that, and the bacteria and fungi that are cohabitating in the soil base, as they expand and colonize, they secrete biofilm and chitin that can insulate roots from the environment and freezing temperatures and shit like that. The limestone that's within the soilless medium commits to a chemical reaction with water that's highly acidic and lowers the pH. And it's one of the factors that makes it possible to call this soilless medium a neutral medium, because it corrects the pH of the water, of the water I'm feeding, the soil pH, basically the soil with whatever's in it and the water content. Different sources of uh, nitric acids, phosphoric acids, and citric acids uh, will impact the pH of the soil and the water depending on that chemical reaction. Stuff like that. Sorry, kind of had a science rant. Um, Gardening's fun. I've been learning a lot about how everything reacts to each other, you know. It's pretty cool. Started with like soil science and water science and trying to learn more about the plants themselves and how they grow and intake that water and what's within the water and what triggers certain reactions, genetic responses, you know. Starting to delve into light science finally and have learned a lot. Oh, but there's so much. Is that a fucking thorn? Wow. One of the brambles started building up thorns.